Now that there's been some games played in this format for the playoffs, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting format. It's new. Obviously, you have to take care of your road results. You saw last night, Kansas City did very well in St. Louis against the 1 seed. So anything can happen, and obviously we're going to Columbus to pick up 3 points and come back to Atlanta and hopefully close them out. So it's an interesting format, and I think it's good for the league.
Does not having an aggregate affect a player's approach to the game or mentality?
No, I think everyone here in this building is going to Columbus with the mindset to win. Obviously, aggregate is a little bit different of a format, but if we play 2 games, if we play 3 games, it doesn't matter. We just have to make sure that we come out on top.
And scoring so far in the playoffs is much higher than in the regular season. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure. I think the games have been very high scoring, like you said, but I think all the teams in the playoffs are quality teams, and maybe that's why. I think every team that's made it this far is going to be good, so that's probably why the scoring is so high.
The last couple of games of the regular season, y'all had a chance to clinch a 4 seed, weren't able to win those games. How do you fix that? How can y'all change that in the playoffs where you have to win?
Yeah, I think the main thing for us is just winning on the road. Obviously, if you want to go to the next round, you're going to have to pick up points on the road. And I think that's what we've struggled with this year. We've been outstanding at Mercedes-Benz in front of our home crowd, and they definitely give us extra motivation and push us to get 3 points every week. But if you want to win the MLS Cup, you're going to have to win on the road.
Brooks, the team has been very good at set pieces this season, 18 goals from set pieces. 2 questions. First of all, what has made y'all so good at set pieces, and how important are they going to be in this playoff series against Columbus?
Yeah, very set pieces in the playoffs is very, very important. That's sometimes how games are decided, is through set pieces, and I think we've been successful with set pieces this year because of our preparation. We practice set pieces all the time in training, and then when we get to the game, everyone knows their role and what to do.
And y'all have Atlanta United has only won 1 playoff game on the road in its history. How are you guys going to change that on Wednesday potentially?
Just following the game plan that Gonzalo set out for us, making sure that every man that puts on the jersey Wednesday night is ready to give everything. And we're going into battle to get 3 points and come back to Mercedes-Benz, to hopefully close out the series and go on to the next round. So it's just vital for us to go there with the right mentality, give everything we have for the club and for the badge, and come out on top.
Columbus is such an interesting team tactically. As you prepare for their crew, what stands out to you about them and what they do in the way that they play?
Yeah, they're very similar to us. They like to play football. A lot of short passes. They like to play through the middle and break lines. They've got a great coach who sets them up differently each and every game. Sometimes they're in multiple different formations. So we had to do a lot of preparation, research, watch a lot of video, and understand kind of what we're going to do to be able to pick up 3 points and win. So, I think it's going to be a very good matchup. Maybe that's why they put us as the last matchup of the week, because I think it's definitely one of the best ones.
That last time out at Mercedes-Benz, they had control of the game for a pretty long stretch. What did they do that gave you guys difficulty?
They're very good on the ball. You see their midfielders, they're very comfortable on the ball, and sometimes that's difficult for us to comprehend and understand because we like the ball as well. We want to be in control of the ball. So when another team, an opposing team, tries to do the same things that we like, we get frustrated at times. And so we came back, understood why that happened, and kind of at times that's okay. It's okay for opposing teams to have a little bit more of the ball than us if we understand our assignments defensively and maybe being lethal in attack.
Looking back at that game, I felt like it, even right before they got their goal, that it was turning Atlanta's way when Mosquera came on. When he comes into games off the bench after 60 minutes or so, what does he change in in the group in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, you see how quick he is. He's like a lightning bolt. He can come on and beat any defender in the league 1v1. He's got tremendous change of speed. And so when you bring a guy in like that, in the 60th minute against an opposing team, they're not very happy. And so, yeah, we just urge him to be aggressive in attack. And when he faces somebody up 1v1, don't be afraid. Just try and create a goal scoring opportunity. And I think he was the one that drew the foul for Columbus. And then Thiago put in another great set piece for us to score. So, Edwin's done well for us.
When he starts to wear teams down, coming off the bench like that, how does your role change? How does your mentality change? What are you looking for?
Yeah, sometimes it's best for me to leave him alone. Coming off the bench, if he's that fresh, maybe it's not the right time for me to overlap or underlap and provide him support. Maybe it's time to let him do his thing 1v1 if he feels fresh. Obviously, pick and choose my moments to go and support the attack, but especially late in games, if he's coming in, hopefully we're having the lead and I can be a little bit more protective.
Brooks, as you know, you're going to have to play without Thiago in this first game. First of all, what are you guys going to miss most about him? And second of all, how can y'all compensate for that?
Yeah, we're going to miss him a lot. He's a world-class player, MVP candidate, and we're not going to be playing with him for the first game, which is definitely disappointing, but we have to move on. We have to understand that he's not going to be playing in this first game, and that guys that are stepping into bigger roles have to give everything they have, and hopefully they can produce for us.
What parts of what Thiago contributes, what parts of him are you guys specifically going to miss in this first game?
Just his individual quality. He can beat anybody 1v1. Set pieces, he's been fantastic this year. I think a lot of his assists this year have come from set pieces. It's tough to name one thing because he's very, very versatile. He does a lot for us when he's on the field. So, like I said, we're going to miss him in the first game, but we're going to get him back for the second game, and hopefully he can help us out.
Has the long break been beneficial for you? You mentioned you're the last team in Columbus' last first round match to start. International break thrown in there as well. Has that been beneficial, having that time off, or has it been difficult to stay sharp at this time of year?
Yeah, no, it's been beneficial for us to prepare. I think we've used that time to really go over the fine details of how we're going to be successful on Wednesday night. I feel like we're the most prepared we've been for a game this season. On the opposite of that, it's a little frustrating because you see these teams playing and you want to be out there playing. But it's all right. It's just a waiting game at this point. Now we have to wait until Wednesday night, and then we're going to get we'll be happy.
Most teams y'all face, they'll have an established formation and established style of play. As you mentioned a second ago, Columbus can change things from game to game. I know y'all prepared for a lot of different scenarios, but when you get into the game, who's responsible for communicating, okay, this is what we're seeing from Columbus, let's make our adjustments and go from there?
Yeah, everyone. The coaching staff, the guys on the field, we're in this together. So if somebody sees something that they're doing that we can kind of counter, then I'm sure somebody will speak up. I know Brad is obviously such a great leader. He understands formations. He understands, what these teams like to do in the playoffs. He's won the playoffs. So guys like him, guys like Audi, and then the coaching staff, Gonzalo and his entire staff, they study each formation that every single team we play plays, and how they rotate guys in and out differently. These guys do so much extensive research on every player, every formation, every team. So we're very well prepared in anything that comes our way.
Thanks, Bruce.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.